Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you another how-to video on how to install Third Age Total War. It is a mod for Medieval 2 Total War, the Kingdoms mod. I noticed that there were some people quite recently on this ModDB forum that were having some issues with how to install Third Age Total War. So I'm just going to give you a quick, 5-7 minute video on just how to go about installing Third Age Total War. So it's a little different than the mods that we've been seeing as of late, like the Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD and other mods for Total War Attila, because we don't really have a link in Steam for any of these mods. Medieval 2 is an older game, so if you notice in Steam, it actually doesn't have a Steam workshop at all, just like unlike Total War Attila that does. So for this mod, there is no base pack that we need to get in the Steam workshop and then take two other packs from ModDB. It's all found on this website. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go to moddb.com and then look for Third Age Total War. And you should come up to this main screen here. Alright, so there has been a patch that it was released, 3.2. So I will be showing you how to do the most up-to-date version. So here's the factions you can play as. And it tells you a little bit about the gameplay and the design. And then it gives you some download links. So Third Age Total War 3.0 consists of two parts. So we got part 1 and part 2. And then we don't have to worry about 3.1. We do not need that. But you will need the 3.2 patch. So you can see the three links right here. Okay. Some of the requirements: Third Age Total War 3.2 is a standalone version and does not require any existing installation of Third Age Total War. That is not true. You do need to have the base 3.0 game for it to work. This 3.2 is just a patch. So either this is worded wrong or it's just completely wrong, basically. You have to have the main 3.0 part 1 and part 2 packs downloaded to have this patch go on top. Okay? And then another thing, you will need the Kingdoms expansion for Medieval 2 Total War for this to work. It will not work with just a vanilla game. We need to have the expansions, so like the Teutonic Crusades, America, British Isles expansion. So we will need that. And then it gives you some installation instructions. They are pretty straightforward, but I had a little bit of difficulty running through them. So I will help you out as much as I can. That's what the video is for. So I've got the links 1, 2, and the patch loaded. So you can see that Third Age Total War 3.0 Part 1 of 2, and Third Age Total War 3.0 Part 2 of 2, and the Total War 3.2 patch. So they all come with these little download now insignias. So when you do hit it, it is going to pop up with one of these screens here and load a advertisement, which I want to mute right away because it's extremely loud in my ears. But once the advertisement loads, it will pop up with a downloads bar here. Make sure you're doing that on Google Chrome, because I did find a couple of people saying that on Mozilla Firefox and Internet Explorer that the downloads will not work on them. It has to be Google Chrome. I have no idea why, but that's just what I've heard. So there you go. So download them one at a time, because they are quite big files. You can see part 1 of 2 is 1.6 gigabytes. So let that one download, and then the other two, I'm just going to cancel it because I already have it downloaded. And then in your downloads folder, you should have these three links here. So you see Third Age Total War Part 1 of 2, Part 2 of 2, and the 3.2 patch. Okay? So before we go any further, let's minimize all this here. Please make a Third Age folder on your desktop. So just right-click, go to New, and place a folder, and name it Total War Third Age, or Third Age Total War, or whatever you want. The reason for this is because a lot of people were having issues when they were running through the installation. They thought that it was being saved into the Medieval 2 data folder, but that is incorrect. It will not go there. It actually populates a disk version. So it'll actually load into another Medieval 2 folder that I will show you as we move forward. So to make things easy, Just make a third H folder here, and then I'll show you how to set it into the third H folder so you know where all of the files are going, so none of them get lost, okay? So if we launch part 1 of 2, make sure to do these in order. You have to do part 1 of 2, then the patch. So it's going to launch this window here, so we're going to hit next. It's going to tell you the installation requirements, so you hit next. If you want to read, you can, and hit next. So you see this here, Program Files 86 Sega Medieval 2 Total War. This is not the Steam Apps Common Downloading blah 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 folder. This is a different one, which I will show you in a minute, okay? But this is probably where your files are being lost, is in this folder, okay? So just hit these little buttons here, and it'll allow you to browse a folder. And you can see mine on the desktop third age. I want to save it in there, so we'll hit OK. And next, and start. And it's going to start downloading. This part 1 is the biggest one, so it will take about 5 to 10 minutes to download. We can stop it because I already have it. And part 2 of 2 is smaller. It'll take probably about 2 minutes, and then the patch is like 30 seconds, at least for me. It didn't take that long. Okay, so then when you go into your third H folder, it's not going to look exactly like this, but I'll explain what is missing because I've already done all of these steps, so that will look different than what you have. So you should have all 3 of these. So if you click on the data folder, there should be a models missile folder in here, and if you click on that, there should be a little file in here that we will be moving in a second. So make sure there's a file in there and it's not an empty folder like mine. Okay, and then in the mods, you should have this third age folder, and it's going to be filled with stuff. Mine is probably empty because I did not allow the mod to finish downloading because I already have it, but it's going to be filled with stuff, and I'll show you that in a second too. So make sure that that third H folder is there. All right. So now what we do is we go to local C, Program Files 86, and I'm just going to stop for a minute here. Do you see this Steam folder here? Or sorry, the Sega folder here? If you click on that, there's a Medieval 2 Total War folder here. And if you click on that, there's a mods folder. And this is where a lot of my third age Total War files were being dumped, and I was unaware of it. I was trying to find it for like 10 minutes. So it's right, it usually is right there. If you've already done this download and you can't find your folder, take a look in this folder here. Okay. But for our third age files, we want to go Program Files 86, and then go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Medieval 2 Total War, and then we're not going to put it in the data folder. That it won't. Nothing will go in there, so don't put that there. Scroll down until you see mods, and click on that. And then this is where you see the Americas, British Isles, Crusades, and Teutonic. So these files will be the mods that you need, okay? So you can see that I have not Americas and not British Isles here. So these are actually mod folders that I have to rename for it to work through Steam. So this is where it's confusing, so I'll try to make sense of it. So if I open the British Isles, for example, you can see that there's a third age icon here, okay? The reason for that being is because this used to be called third age. Just like so. So this is the third age folder that was on my desktop, okay? So, and then to make things easy for you, that was British Isles, okay? So there's the third age one. Disregard this not Americas and Americas because that is another mod. So don't worry about those two. You won't have this not Americas, okay? So when you open the third age folder, all right. So the first things first that we have to move into is in your mods folder, take this third age one and drag it into here and plop it down, and then you will have a third age folder here as well, just like me. All right. And then the second thing we have to do with this folder is go into the data and the models missile and that little file that's in there. Go into the third age folder over here. and go to Data, and then scroll to the Models Missile, and then see this Francisca_hi.cis. That's the file folder that was in here. So just drag it into there, and it'll say, do you want to replace the file? You say yes, and then you're done. So we can exit out of there. And we're finished with this third age folder, so we don't have to do that anymore. So now, you should have something. Here, I'll just move this so it's not as confusing for you guys. So you should have this. You should have the Americas, the British Isles, Crusade, and Teutonic. So now the thing that was really confusing for people to understand is that in Steam, when you launch, like when I go to Steam in my library of games, and I go to Medieval 2 Total War and I hit play, so you can see that the vanilla game is right here, and then these are the 4 submods, right? So if you would like Third Age to be open through Steam, you can pick your least favorite campaign. So mine is the Britannia campaign. I don't really like that campaign at all. So when I click on that and hit play, I would like Third Age Total War to be loaded up. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay. I gotta stop saying okay. It's just like that guy from South Park. Mackay. You guys gonna do that, Mackay? So what we want to do is to kind of confuse Steam a little bit. So what I do here is hit the British Isles, and then I name this not the British Isles. Just name it something else. Just be like, you could name this Third Age and then name this British Isles. But the important thing that we need to do is to name your Third Age folder exactly the way as the old one was. Okay, so if you do like British Isles all together, it won't load for me. It crashes on startup for some weird reason. I don't know. So conversely, if you hate the Crusades one, just name this one not Crusades, and then name your Third Age folder Crusades. Okay, but long story short, the Third Age folder needs to be named one of these mods, whether Teutonic, Crusades, British Isles, America. So when you click on British Isles, oh, look, there's all my Third Age content. All right. So now that that's all finished, and before I forget, I want to put my Not Americas folder in here. So now that that's all finished, when I hit play on Steam and hit Britannia to play, it's going to load Third Age. And I'm going to load it here and show you guys Third Age Total War. Alright guys, so here you have it. I just had to make a little cut there because with my recording software it doesn't take me moving from the windowed recording mode to the game mode, so I just have to cut it and then stop it when I come in. But yeah, so that's all I did. Because I renamed Third Age on the British Isles, as soon as I clicked British Isles, Medieval 2 was tricked into loading Third Age Total War. And you can do this for any of them. Like I said, if you don't like the Crusades campaign, rename Third Age Crusades, and then rename the Crusades one, not Crusades, so you don't get it mixed up. And once you launch Crusades campaign through Steam, it will launch Third Age for you. And if you ever decide that you would like to try the Crusades game again, just name the folders back to the way they were. Just change Third Age folder back to its original name, which was Third Age, and change the Crusades one back to Crusade, and it'll work. So yeah, here it is. You can see you got the Third Age campaign with all of the different factions here. And you can do, oops, my bad. You can do multiplayer battles as well online. Hopefully a lot of you guys will download this so that there's more people to play with, because as you can see, a lot of people don't play the Third Age mod. They're probably playing different versions. All right. So yeah, hopefully this was informative for you guys. Be sure to like the video, comment if you guys have any issues, and I'm pretty quick at getting back to you. And yeah, hopefully I see you on the battlefield. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.